YouTube, are you ready for a top niche fragrance list for 2011? Now, I tried to keep it at 10. I like to keep it short and sweet, but I just couldn't do it. I had to extend it to 13, so we're going with lucky number 13 for this year's list. Now, this list, I also like to call the Bad Boy Club, the Bad Boy List. In this list, we are not going to find florals, powder, vanilla. Well, maybe in one we will. This is what I like to call the Manly Cub. Oh, discovered a lot of gems in that genre last year, and it was a very good year for me indeed. Found a lot of stuff that I love. Now, as usual, with my top 10, top 13 list, these are not fragrances that were released that year. These are fragrances that I got my nose on for the first time during that year, and I think are excellent fragrances to mention and to look out for. And by no means are these in any order, really. When you get to love fragrances this much and they reach a top 10 list, it's kind of like your children having kids. You don't love one over the other anymore. You just love them in different ways the same. And that's how I feel about most of these in this list. Love them. So, without further ado, let's get to my top 13 for 2011. And at number 13, I'm starting the fun off with Andy Tauer's L'air du Desert Marocain. This amber fragrance has become my personal favorite amber fragrance. I love this one because it's real aggressive with the herbs and spices at the top. This fragrance just reminds me of a night going out to a whiskey bar with the boys getting a little rough. So yeah, I love this one. Now at number 9, we are moving on to Bakilian's Pure Oud. Now this is a word you're going to see come up a lot in this list, oud, and I apologize now. But actually not, because manly men just don't do that. I became an oud junkie last year. The dealer was pushing hard, and I was buying. I went balls deep, and I came out hooked. And I'm much better for it, I must admit. But with Bakilian's Pure Oud, what you get is the closest representation to pure oud oil that I have come across. The name with this one does not lie whatsoever. Very appropriately named. You get just that dark, smoky, resinous wood in your face, and it's powerful, and of course, I love it. Now, moving on to number 11, I have Dior's Leather Oud. Boy, when I first smelled this stuff, the first thing that popped in my head was a bar filled with Hell's Angels bikers. If this ain't the signature scent for the Hell's Angels, I don't know what in the hell would be. Holy smokes, this is some manly juice right here. And of course, I love it. You just have a beautiful animalic concoction of leather and oud. Very well done. Now, moving on to number 10. Of course, this year's list would not be complete without the one and only Wah Mazama. Wah Mazama by Parfums to Empire's got my name written all over it. I thoroughly love the hell out of this juice. She is a potent devil too. If you put too much of this on around your neck, you will choke yourself out. No doubt about that. But what you get out of this fragrance is one of the best incense, smoking campfire fragrances that there is, hands down. And there's a little touch of apple sweetness in there as well. Just scrumptious. Oh, I love this stuff. Now, moving on to number 9, I have Monadoir Clear. When I first smelled this juice, I was in rockstar heaven right away. Oh man, if this isn't manly juice, I don't know what in the hell is. What you get out of this is a very heavily rough and rugged, smoky leather, and she is potent. She is in your face. A little goes a long way. She will last you clear into the next day. When I smell this stuff, it just reminds me of what a roughneck, rugged cowboy would smell like. And not lilacs and petunias, Drac Doc. Now, moving on to number 8, I have got Le Labo's Santal 33. You want to talk about a fragrance house that should be getting a lot more love than just Rose 31. Holy smokes, this juice, Santal 33, Rockstar juice through the roof. What this stuff reminds me of, what I get out of it is if a sandalwood tree and a fig tree had a baby, and that baby liked to wear leather jackets. Boy, she is just intense. When you get your nose on it, you'll know what the hell I'm talking about. My God, just nothing like it. Totally one of the best fragrances out there. I'm not lying. Go check it out. Now, moving on to number 7, I have got Oud 1 by Parfumerie Brukner. Andy from Germany, I'm always going to give you props for this one, man. Bringing this one to light. I bet you if this bottle was available in the U.S., everybody would have one. No doubt about that. And for you sweet lovers out there, this, I believe, is the only fragrance in this list with vanilla. But what I get out of this is a vanilla cream pie covered with gorgeous, delicious, fresh pineapple, and the crust is made out of agarwood. Betty Crocker herself could not make something that damn delicious, I'm telling you. Moving on to number 6, I have Celle de Vetiver by the Different Company. You're damn right, I am going to have a vetiver in this list. One of the best, no doubt about that. And for those of you that aren't a fan of like the real dirty, earthy, aggressive vetivers, this one takes a turn more on the fresh side. It's more like a sea breeze, salty sea breeze, blowing over vetiver grass, coming at ya. Oh, just magnificent juice. Now, moving on to number 5. Oh boy, I love this one. L'Artisan Perfumers Elwood. Boy, I took one hell of a journey with this one. Compliments day after day after day after day. And 5 of them in 2 hours one day. So you can't argue with that. Love Elwood. What you get out of this one is a different kind of fragrance for the fall. It's real dry. It's real spicy. It's woody. It kind of reminds me along the lines of potpourri or like these bushels of cinnamon-scented pine cones that people get to decorate their house with for the holidays, to fill the air with that. Not smelling one up close, but catching a whiff of it at a distance. Very transparent, spicy, dry type of scent. Just love Elwood. I will always have that one for the holiday season, for the fall. No doubt about that. Now, moving on to number 4. Of course, we have got another oud. And we have one, a very surprising one, from bond number 9. And that's Harrod's Oud. I was very surprised to see one of the best oud fragrances come from the house of bond number 9. Bravo to you guys, but not bravo to you for keeping this one kind of under wraps. And not that accessible, because myself, I showed my picture of my personal bottle in the beginning of this, because some people don't know that you can get Harrod's Oud without the Swarovski crystals on it, because that bottle with the crystals on it is $630 or something like that, and the bottle without is $330. But they do not mass produce that one. It's not easy to come by, so if you can snag yourself a bottle, do it. Because there's not a lot of them out there. But with Harrod's Oud, what you get is a very nice, fresher take on oud. It's still dominant with that oud note, but it's tamed down with the freshness of vetiver, and there's also like a latex leather accord going on there from the myrrh as well. Just one hell of a fragrance, beautiful, and lots of compliments I have received with that one. Let me tell you that. Now, moving on to number 3. Number 3, I have got Creed's Aventus. This fragrance will always be a mainstay in my Freshie arsenal. Damn, do I love this stuff. I must be a huge fan of pineapple, and the way they did it in this fragrance is rock star quality all the way. Love this juice. It's just a fresh, musky pineapple type of fragrance. Perfect for summer, or perfect for all year, actually. Just gorgeously done. I mean, there are some issues with batch variations. Some don't last as long. Some people don't like the smoky. Some like the smoky. I don't know. I got time for all that crap. I just know the batch that I have is a stank beast, as y'all know, because it got me sent home from work. A little goes a long way with the batch that I have, no doubt about that. But with this one, you know, with Aventus, after a few hours, my nose becomes numb to it. But I gotta tell ya, it's still there, and it's still projection like a beast, because other people sure in the hell notice it. I'll never forget that day at work, I'll tell you that. Now, moving on to number 2. Now we're getting on to a couple of my favorites that are actually in my top 3 personal favorites. And I'm probably going to do like a top 10 personal favorites video soon, but this one is in the top 3, no doubt about that. Man, do I love this stuff. And I am talking about Black Afghano from Nasomato. Now, I've always been a huge fan of scents like this. Like resin, like kind bud, like hash. Now, I'm not a dope head, but in my past life, I was around it quite a bit. Enough to know that I thoroughly enjoy the flavor, the aromas that come from that type of stuff. And Black Afghano, holy smokes, when I first took a whiff of it, oh my God, I cannot describe to you the intense heaven my brain was in. To me, it was just like smelling a juicy, rich, dark brick of hash. Holy smokes. Damn good stuff. And this stuff is potent. One spray and you are good. This stuff, I believe, has the projection on me like Aventus does, because I don't wear this one to work. I did one spray of this one and went to work, and boy, everybody was commenting again like that Aventus day. Holy smokes, you stink today, Dan. He's smelling a little too loud. So I do not wear that one to work. A little goes a long way, and that juice is expensive, you know, 30 ml for like 180 bucks or something like that. But really, that juice will last you a long time, and the flavor is just so damn original. If you haven't smelled it, get yourself a sample. Do yourself a favor and get your nose on it, no doubt about that. Moving on to number one, and this one is another one that is on my top 3 personal favorites. Damn, I thoroughly love this juice, and you gotta give props to Atta Frisk Partisan for bringing some more light to the labo, bringing a fragrance like this to my nose, and that fragrance is Oud 27. Oud 27, this one is definitely one to sample first. Boy, this one really seems like a love or hate fragrance. Some people just think it's raunchy as hell, and some people are just thoroughly intoxicated by it, like me. This fragrance, to me, is the closest damn thing to a drug I think I have come across. Because when I get my nose on that, oh, it just puts you in like this freaking hypnotic trance. The aroma that comes out of this stuff, I have not come across anywhere else, and I'm not going to get too much into this fragrance, because this is my review. That's coming up next, and I'm going to save a lot of it for that. But I got a lot of stuff to say about Oud 27, I will tell you that. But out of Oud 27, you get this animalic, woody vetiver concoction. That is like nothing else. Like some freaking witch put it together, brewed it in her pot, and said, here you go, boys. I got some magic juice for your asses. Holy smokes, Oud 27 has got me through the roof. I'm thoroughly, see, I can't even talk. I'm thinking about it. I'm getting all messed up, but I'm thoroughly hooked, thoroughly addicted. That fragrance will always be a mainstay. I imagine it'll be in my top 3 forever. Can't imagine being without that one. So, lucky Amanda. But I don't know, actually. We'll see what she thinks about it in the review. But, as for that, that is top 13 2011 all over and done with. Man, moving on to another year. Now, most of these fragrances I have not reviewed yet. And I told myself that I got to take some time in the upcoming months here to give some time, spend some time, do some reviews on fragrances that I'm real passionate about. So a lot of these, you can expect reviews coming up soon. I've got to get into reviewing frags. I've got to start cranking out some reviews of stuff that I'm real passionate about. Gotta share that. So, I hope you guys stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed. You guys take care, and we'll see you soon.